Hey guys, Matt from Evolve Fitness. I've got a little bit of a surprise for you today. I've got Hideki here, and I've been hounding this guy to bring him here to Evolve because he's the best masseuse, hands down, I've ever met. Being in Darwin, I get asked all the time which masseuse to go to and who I would use, and I never really had a clean-cut answer. But I met Hideki because I went over to a massage place and met him. And he's the first masseuse I've ever met that really knew his stuff. And so we started to chat along the lines of the body and what have you, and it sort of became more and more evident that he knew what he was on about. Anyway, long story short, I have had all of my adult life a knot the back of my right shoulder blade that this guy's got rid of. And that's huge for me because I've had nothing but people massaging it and inflaming it in a way, you know? So first of all, how do you come about to do massage?
Well, massage, I was actually in India 2011 training in yoga ashram. I encountered this lady practice Thai yoga massage. And then that sort of drew me into that direction because at the time I was so into yoga, and then yoga and massage clicked me something because that's when you receive it, energy flows. So that's put me in the direction. Plus, I wanted to become a vet and I wanted to do wildlife care. So that I think having massage and hands-on skill to the body, I thought somewhat will help for the future. And that's how I started to work in massage industry. But eventually, some people like Rubik Cube, they want to, improve, solve it faster. For me, releasing muscle faster became like my passion.
Yeah.
And then people really enjoyed and happy about it. And then that's reinforced my career to go this direction.
Well, I'm glad you did, because literally, when we usually go to a massage, because I don't know, do you get massages often yourself? When I go and get a massage, it's kind of like they spend X amount of time on this leg, then they move over here, and it's very systematic, and you get the impression that it's very much the same for everyone. Obviously, you change your massage per person. I've seen it myself, but for me, it was very specific. The first thing you asked me was what areas of tension I have, which most people ask, and so it's a very generic thing, but then you spent the time releasing, so you're using your myofascial release in my hips and my shoulder, and then finding things that are really engaging with that. So what would you say would be your, what do you focus more on? Are you more of a holistic type masseuse, or do you focus on what needs to be done?
Yes, so firstly, if people come with pain, I obviously need to release the pain part. But then looking at biomechanical function, also myofascial system. Myofascial system is like a wetsuit, it's running all over the body. So I need to kind of manipulate the blueprint of the body to function better.
Yeah.
So when I look at when you came here, so some movement creates the pain. So then I know that which muscle is acting that. So I release the point, but same time the muscle that connects to those and myofascia that connects to those points, I loosen up. So when you finish it, you probably felt a little bit clear and more mobility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's because I released all over the body holistically.
Yeah. Well, I found that when you went into my hip, but then you were going into the glute and the hamstring, and when I went out, because I actually originally came to you because I was doing some power movements, and I got really tight in the hips as well. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, right there. And what I found as well is that I found people that tried to release before, but their intention becomes to be as hard as they can. You weren't like that. You were trying to find out what the problem was and try and fix the problem, So I thought that was pretty cool. So you said about myofascial, obviously we know how important it is. For a lot of people watching this, they're not going to have a clue what it is. So do you want to sort of like ballpark for the average person what it is?
Well, in summary, myofascia is like wetsuit-like things. It's running all over the body, but then it's not only like whole one piece, it's a different piece of line running through. So superficial back line that goes from the back and toe to the back of the neck, and then front line goes from here to coastline. It's really probably from here to.
What would kind of cause the tension in that?
Myofascia. Okay, so when we stress over the time, or when we give stress in the muscle, we strain, right, and creates inflammations.
Yeah.
And when body inflamed, body sends calcium to repair it,
yeah.
because calcium is an alkaline solution.
Yeah.
So when it's connected calcium, when you overaccumulate, it's become bone because calcium.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that is become like what we call knot.
Yeah.
So when that happens, and that's kind of dysfunctional muscle, when you look at a river and you put huge stone in the middle, it's eventually start to accumulate the sand as you go.
Yeah.
So it's disturb the flow of the energy. So therefore, when you have knots in muscle, it start to accumulate the like metabolic waste and the chemicals.
Yeah, toxicity.
Yeah, toxicity. And that's start to cause dysfunction.
Yeah, it becomes problems in that. Oh, because then it could be residual, right? Because then the knot's here, but it comes up over here, the tension and stuff like that. So the colostrum builds up in a certain place, and it can dehydrate, right?
Yeah.
So dehydrate the area. And so when he gets rid of the knot, not only is it giving the flow back to toxic waste to be moved away, you're also rehydrating that area of dehydration. So you get rid of the knot, it's not just going to come back in that area, unless you're doing the same stimulus.
That's right.
Okay, cool. So how can we find you? Where are you working out of?
Yeah, that's right. So I have a clinic now in Body Fitness there.
So literally, he's the best guy I've ever met. I've had great conversations while getting the actual massage, because it's not just a feel-good thing. He's actually working to improve you, to make you better by the time you get off the bed. So how often do you get an opportunity where you get to lie down, have a good conversation, relax, and leave with more mobility? So that's basically what happens every time. Yeah. So so I convinced him to come here to Evolve. We're super happy and pumped to have him working here. And so if you want to book in with Hideki, please feel free to contact us through the page, or put links as well so you can contact straight to Hideki and come and get your body working and moving better than ever before.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy.